Hey, Dr. Tam here. This next interview with our patient is a mom sharing and empowering other moms to why you need to take better care of yourself. And her message is, as a mom, sometimes you just have to be a little bit more selfish. Enjoy. So tell me a little bit more, Cody. How did you even find us to begin with?
Google.
I
Googled really good, successful or something chiropractic office,
right.
and that specializes in decompression therapy because I had done my own research and I knew that I didn't want any manual cracking, pulling of the
right.
bones, separation with people's hands.
Right.
And so I saw on your website and I called and I spoke to one of your front desk personnel and I've made an appointment.
Yeah.
And they confirmed that what was on the website was what I was looking for.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Before you even started, right, what were some of the things that you were going through, like life-wise? I mean, you have a little one, being a stay-at-home mom, it's, difficult to deal with what you were dealing with. Tell us more about that.
Became a stay-at-home mom in August of 2019, and anyone who is a stay-at-home parent knows that you have to be attentive all the time, even during nap time.
Right. There's
no break. And having 3 to 5 migraines in a 7-day period, with my daughter having activities such as mommy and me gymnastics.
Right.
These aren't activities where you drop your kid off, you go home, you take a nap, and you come back. It was everything my daughter did I had to do.
Right.
And when you had to take 800 milligram ibuprofen daily, Aleve, Excedrin, all these things just to get through the day, multiple caffeinated beverages because you think that that's going to help in the end because that's what people tell you to do.
Right. Right.
Then, you get other issues such as high blood pressure, obesity. I wasn't eating well. And so you couple all that with spinal issues and herniated discs with multiple uses of medicine and trying to be a productive mother.
Right.
I couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
So that's kind of what I was going through in terms of pain, medication, and just faking it till I made it type of deal.
Right, because as a stay-at-home mom, I mean, as a mom in general, you have to, you think, a lot of moms I talk to, they think that they have to be, I gotta put up a persona, I'm unbreakable, I'm
tough.
a mom, I gotta be tough, right? I'm the backbone of the family. But what I realize is talking with a lot of moms take care of everyone else, right? And then the last person, it's like until they're about to collapse. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to take care of me. Was that kind of going through your mind at the time?
Oh, yes. And I'm not afraid to admit now, but in all honesty, it was pushed a lot by my daughter's father, my boyfriend, and my parents, who really kind of brought it to my attention of, they call it an intervention. That sounds super dramatic. And they kind of set me down and said, look, we're not stating this to hurt your feelings.
Right.
And we know you know what we're going to say anyway.
Yeah.
But you need to take care of Cody, and we're here to help you do that. And so, quite honestly speaking, I knew I needed to take care of myself and make my health a priority, but it was really those around me who kind of set me down and said, hey, look, we see how bad it is. We don't know how bad it is because we're not you. We don't feel it, but we see it.
Yeah.
And if it hurts us, we can only imagine how bad it hurts you.
Right.
And so, I know not everybody has that support system. I did.
So huge.
That's so
huge. Yeah.
And to have that push me to do this helped even more.
Right.
So.
At the beginning, when you first was about to do this, did you have any concerns or doubts?
Nervous.
Nervous.
Not,
Tell me about it.
When I say doubt, it was self-doubt.
Okay.
It was, can I stick to this? Can I do this? Is this going to work? What if it doesn't? What if I commit to these 8 weeks and I come out even worse than I started? All those fear of the unknown. But day 5 of doing it, all that went away. Because by day 5, I was sleeping better. I had not had a headache. Day 1 I did, and I think that was the sugar deprivation of having so much sugar before doing this. And then
there were 4 or 5
day
drinks
1,
you used to have, right?
not having any.
Yeah.
Day 1 through 3, I could tell I was detoxing, but I had that kind of lethargy, the craving of sugar, I was, kind of tired and just irritable because I wasn't eating what I was used to. I woke up day 4 and day 5, and that's when I was like, whoa, this is great. And it was like, so if I can be honest, the first 72 hours were a bit rough. But if you can get through 3 days of mild irritation, and that's it. I mean, that's nothing. And so after that, by day 4, day 5, I was like, this has already worked. And I started the first week with just the diet changes alone because I didn't see you the first week because I was out of town for any type of chiropractic treatment until I returned home. So that was just with the change of diet alone.
You know, the nutritional changes and everything that we've shown you. How has the adjustment, the decompression, how was your process? You know, how was the changes there?
The first adjustment and decompression that I had, the very next day I was a little sore. You told me that would happen. And I believe I was in your office about 4 days a week the first month. After that first adjustment and decompression that I had, and I was sore the very next day, I was never sore ever again after that.
It's that first one.
It was the first one. And it wasn't a sore of like something's wrong. It was almost like when you have a good workout.
And
you're like,
that's exactly what I tell people.
Yes, it was a feel-good sore because you almost feel like it's working. And so it wasn't like okay, I think I hurt myself, or they don't know what they're doing, or it wasn't one of those things where it's like, what did he do to me? It was one of those things where I felt better internally, but it was just sore because, things were moving around. I mean, if I can speak specifically on decompression, that is a miracle. It's heaven. What a machine is able to do to your body. And all I had to do was lay there for 10 to 15 minutes. And it's that to me, I think is really, really, really saved me. But it did in a sense. It really, really diminished my pain and helped with so many other aspects of my life.
Before you got adjusted with decompression, when you first saw your x-rays, do you remember, were you shocked at seeing it?
I cried when I got in my car.
Yeah.
I cried. Yeah. Seeing what it looked like on the inside was just sad. I mean, it was sad. That's not what I've let happen to myself, because I know health-wise, yes, that has been my choice to not live a healthy lifestyle when it comes in terms of nutrition. But just what my body has maybe gone through in my 31 years, and seeing not only made me understand, okay, that's why I feel the way I feel, but it kind of, light bulb went off going, well, no wonder you feel that way.
Has anyone even before shown you what the
No.
x-ray was, or even suggested taking one?
No. Not in 9 years of feeling this way.
And I know there's, so many moms out there that I've spoken with before, you included, that no one's ever taken the time to look at what's really the true cause, because that's the main key for me, is looking at the true cause of the problem, and really deciphering what that is and correcting it. How are you, or what kind of life changes now have you made moving forward? How are you feeling today compared to just 8 weeks, 9 weeks ago?
How am I feeling today? I never thought I'd feel this good. And that goes back to starting out having those doubts of, I'm never going to wake up without a headache. Like, it's just not going to happen. I'm going to live this way for the rest of my life. It could be worse, but I'm never going to wake up without a headache, because I just gotten so used to that. Now I can wake up falling asleep with my head this way, my knee up here, and my kids, hand in my hair, and the other finger up my nose.
That's how it is,
and
right?
I'm great. And no, just to be able to wake up and feel productive the second my feet hit the floor, because I'm not in pain. I don't have to get on the ground to stretch the second I get up. I do stretch in the morning, but I used to have to before I even walked down my stairs to make a cup of coffee. It was getting on the ground, stretching my quads, stretching my neck, stretching just my arms, because I was just so stiff and in pain that, you know, I would do multiple self-adjustments before 9 a.m. I was up at 6. You know, popping bones, I didn't even know I was popping because I thought that would help.
Right.
And then come to think of it, I was hurting myself.
Right.
So no, I never thought before November 15th coming into your office, and what are we now? January 30th?
30th, I know.
What is that? November, December?
Yeah.
2 months in a week?
2 months.
2.5 months?
2.5 months.
I never thought I'd feel this way of
Right.
not having to take pain meds.
Right.
I have taken, from starting November 15th to today's date, maybe 5 ibuprofen.
Wow. And compared to before, how many were you taking
Every day.
before? Every day.
I was taking an 800 milligram ibuprofen every day.
Wow.
At night.
At night. Just to get through.
Yeah. Just so I could sleep pain-free.
Right. Right.
Yes.
You know, for all the people out there, moms who are like, where they're like, let me take care of everyone else first. What message do you want to say to them or really to help them take better care of themselves? What message do you want to share with them?
I think when we say the word selfish, we often associate that negatively, but it is okay to be selfish.
Right.
It is okay to be selfish. Maybe there's other words that you could use instead of that.
Right.
But I had to be okay with being selfish. I had to think of Cody, so then Cody could go home and be mom.
Right.
And little did I know that my you know, when you get to a point that your 2.5-year-old is getting you an ice pack and bringing it to you on the couch.
Wow.
Saying, here you go, mommy, because I can't move. And all she can do is watch TV because mommy can't move, can't drive. My head hurts so bad. I don't want to throw up on the way to taking her to gymnastics or doing her activities because my pain was so bad. You know, and maybe you have to get to a certain point to where you're like, okay, today's the day. And I got to that point. And so everybody's different, but I think I came to the realization that in order for me to do my job, which was being a mom full-time, I had to be Cody. And we often associate with, well, I'm a mom, so I have to take care of the kids, and I have to make sure the house is done and dinner's on the table for, you know, my husband to come home to, and he has, you know, clean clothes to wear to work the next day, and doctor's appointments and activities, and you forget about that you are an individual.
Right.
And so I think when I took a step back and I realized that in order to be all those things I just mentioned, in order to do all those things I mentioned, I had to be Cody first so I could then be the mom and the wife to do all those things. So selfish, you have to be selfish. And
Yeah.
I was okay with that. It took a minute.
Right.
It takes a minute. It took me years,
Right.
unfortunately, but
9
it shouldn't
years.
take people
Right.
that long.
Right. Well, thank you so much for
Yes.
sharing your story.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
hopefully empowering moms all over, you know, not only our area, but all over the world who are able to see this and say, you know what, maybe I should be a little bit more selfish and take better care of me and not just worry about others.
Yep.
You know?
You
Thank
can
you so
take
much.
care of people if you take care of yourself.
That's it.
Yes.
Thank you.